everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well, I went to McDonald's tonight and I got 2 Filet-O-Fish sandwiches. They have a 2 for $5 deal on the Filet-O-Fish sandwiches. Got a large fry, apple pie, and a large Fanta. I don't know if I can eat 2 of these, but I'll give it a try. I don't think I've been there for a couple of weeks because I was a little embarrassed because the last time I went there, I don't know if you recall, I sat at the wrong window. Even though I saw the cars leaving in front of me, I thought the guy said he was going to come back in a minute, and that was where you did the cash exchange, and then you picked up the food at the other window. But the funny thing is that when I went through, they had a big sign, just amateur. They just wrote it on a piece of paper and taped it on the window. Next window, please. So a lot of people, I think, were sitting at that window waiting to pay for their meals. I like all these packagings. They say, use these apps, but they don't work with the flip phone. Oh yeah, it's sort of slid a little bit to the side, but I don't know if I can get a thumbnail in on this. Probably don't want this in the front here, right? So this sandwich. Is a sandwich. Oh, that looks good. Unlike the Chick-fil-A, this one has the tartar sauce on it. I had forgotten all about the fish sandwiches. Maybe it's more of a summer thing. I think I can't eat 2 of these. I'm starving. Let me put this over here. I forgot my ketchup. I gotta get my ketchup. Alright, I've got those packages left over from Chick-fil-A. And I'm going to open it up on the easy method here. Here we go. These aren't as heavy as like a quarter pounder. In the stomach, I'm going to be able to eat 2 of these, no problem. So yesterday, I was watching, because it was Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Svengoolie is on MeTV. In the Boston area, that's like channel 5-3. It's weird they have these numbers. Now with the digital TV, 5-3, I think it's called. It is MeTV. That Svengoolie's been around for 40 years. But he just went national maybe a couple of years ago on MeTV. It takes me back because when I was a kid, I think a lot of local markets, we used to have something called with analog TV. Used to have VHF and UHF channels, and in the Boston area, channel 38, I think would have something like, or maybe channel 56, would have something called Creature Double Feature. It was either on a Friday or a Saturday night. But I don't recall if there was a personality associated with that show. And of course they had, for a while there, Elvira, I think, hosted like a scary show. I mean, a show that would feature a scary movie too. Last night, it was in all black and white about a woman, a werewolf, and they didn't show transitions. It was just, she would go off camera, and they might show like the silhouette of a wolf's head, the shadow, but they had I think they had like a real domesticated wolf that they used in the movie. But they didn't show any, there weren't any transitions. Yeah, I remember Creature Double Feature. It got me thinking about they used to make, network television used to make, made-for-TV movies. I don't do that anymore. Some of the movies that I remember. I dare anybody to watch like Salem's Lot. That was made for TV, I think. It was a TV series, and that was I think even today that's pretty scary. You watch that in the dark, and I think you'll be jumping it sometimes. No special effects either. It was just no CGI. It was all makeup, and it was just a good story. I don't know if anybody out there remembers. Well, you know what brought this up was that Steven Spielberg, I guess, they're gonna have those amazing stories again. And as soon as I heard that theme song, I was watching YouTube, and I think it was like a commercial for it. And I don't know if that's gonna be on Netflix or something, but I had forgot all about that. I remember when that was on, the buzz was about how much it was costing per episode. Because Steven Spielberg was producing them. They were putting the best technology at the time in to those series for special effects. But one that was really scary was this trilogy of terror. It was three short movies. one had Karen Black in it, and someone gives her this wooden doll that's supposed to be like an African warrior, and the story is it has a chain around its neck, and inside this doll is supposed to be trapped the soul of an African warrior. And she goes to take a shower in the bathroom, and the chain falls off, and this little wooden doll with a spear is running around the apartment, starts attacking her. That's a pretty scary movie. I might as well go for the second one. Yep. One of the earliest movies. It's funny how you can do a search on the internet to find out. Like, I remember this movie where this couple moves into a house, and there's this room in the house that's locked, and they find the key to the door, and they go in this room and it's all empty. But there's a fireplace in this room, but they bricked it up. Now, she wants to use the room, and there's like a handyman that says, they ask, why is the chimney bricked up? And he says, sometimes it's best just to leave things as they are. But it ends up there's like these gremlins or lost souls in the form of gremlins. And she looks down, you look down the chimney, and it just goes down forever. And she opens it up and she releases all these gremlins. I won't tell you the ending, but that was I was doing a search, chimney, gremlins, and I end up finding the movie. And the movie was called Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. It was a 1973 movie. And the woman in there, I forgot about her. She used to be in a lot of TV series. Kim Darby is her name. And another movie I remember, I had to search on the internet to figure out what the name of it was. It was 1972. It was called Gargoyles. That's a good movie. Yeah. They don't make, the networks don't invest in movies anymore made for TV. They used to do that. Really big was like a national event is when Roots came out. And then they had like Shogun. And then Rich Man, Poor Man. I remember watching Roots. That was a big deal watching that. The whole nation was watching that show, that movie. On another tangent here. I was wondering the other day whether this was a form of ASMR. I think it was on Sunday mornings. Here in Massachusetts, we have used to have candle pins for cash on every morning, and then might have had Bozo the Clown. But there was also this show. Oh, of course, the David and Goliath. That I know you will call that claymation or stop motion animation. Used to watch that every Sunday morning. I think after that was also like Gumby. That was another stop motion animation. But what used to be, I used to watch this show. For some reason I would always watch it because it would be before like David and Goliath or something like that, or after it. And it was a local show produced. It was like open house where they would just walk through houses that were for sale. And at that time they were all like these split level ranches. You know, it was a new type of concept to be able to do, you know, to look at real estate from your house. And I would just sit there and watch. Most of the houses were like empty. I think most of the houses were like new built houses. They were like colonials, or like I said, split level ranches, like, you know, like the homes that the Brady Bunch lived in. But I would always watch that show. For some reason, I liked watching that real estate show. It had this consistent format where they would just walk in, show each room, and then I think they would tell you what the price was. Of course, I don't remember if Rex Trailer was during the whole week or just on the weekends. I think it was every morning was the Rex Trailer show. Local, but we had like of course you had Captain Kangaroo, and we had something called Romper Room, and then Bozo the Clown, Rex Trailer. Oh, I think a local guy, a really old show was Major Mud. Like Rex Trailer, but he was an astronaut, so he was dressed up and like those old, you know, they didn't have the concept of what an astronaut suit would be like. The first astronauts were just wearing like the flight suits of jet fighter pilots, so he would have that flight suit on, and he always did this thing whoosh, and the door would open up. And that's how he would enter into the studio, and then they'd have, you know, the kids on the benches or the chairs around, you know, with the cameras in front or the cameras in back. I think that the Major Mud was that was a local celebrity. I'm gonna have to go on YouTube and take a look at that. I forgot about this character. So you had Bozo the Clown, but another guy that was local, I think, was Willie Whistle. And I remember I loved these, talk about not child friendly. They used to have these little plastic, for a better word, it was like a whistle. And you put it under your tongue, I think, and it allowed you to talk or sound like Willie Whistle. It was like this little whistling sound that you would make. But it was this little tiny plastic thing that you could easily swallow if you weren't careful. I'll have to go on YouTube and look up Willie Whistle. I know there's a famous Willie Whistle episode where they're showing a snake, like a big boa constrictor, and the snake goes down his pants. Talk about going off on a tangent from scary movies to Willie Whistle and Major Mud and Captain Kangaroo. Oh, yeah, another local show was called Romper Room. Going for the apple pie now. I'll have to go on YouTube and see. Look up these shows, get a little nostalgic. Look at all these old shows that used to be here in the Boston market. I miss the old apple pie. This is different, it's got the lacing. Remember the half moon apple pie that they used to serve? That people would burn their mouths on because they were so hot. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Just reminiscing a little bit there. Went off on a tangent from watching Svengoolie last night, and to some of the local shows we have. Also, the TV shows that made the TV movies that they used to make. The network television used to invest in. They don't do that anymore. I think the profit margins are a lot greater for them with these reality TV shows. They don't have to pay a lot of money for movie stars or production value. So thanks everyone for stopping by. That was the Filet of Fish, McDonald's Filet of Fish sandwiches. They're actually pretty light, so you get 2 of those. It's probably, they don't sit in your stomach as heavy as a quarter pounder or a Big Mac. And got the fries, large fries, apple pie, large Fanta. And yeah, that was pretty good. So thanks again for stopping by. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your continued support. And thanks to all my PayPal contributors. And thank you again for using those Amazon affiliate links in the description to get you over to Amazon to make any of your Amazon purchases. Don't buy anything on my account. It's just that if you're thinking of Amazon. Use those links to get you over there. I get a little bit of a commission at no extra cost to you. So thanks again for stopping by, and thank you for your continued support. Till next video, bye everyone. Thanks for watching.